I'm joined now by Philp, the Conservative MP for Croydon South, a supporter of the Prime Minister. She's right, isn't she, Diane Abbott? There's been support for military action expressed in Parliament during the Iraq War. A lack of support the last time that action in Syria was discussed in 2013, but ultimately, in recent years, it's been MPs who decide this, not the Prime Minister and not the Cabinet. What's in this time?
Well, I don't agree with the things Diane Abbott has been saying today. I don't agree with her insistence on a UN-sanctioned investigation because the Russians would simply veto it, as they've done 6 times in the recent past. I don't agree with Diane Abbott's contention that the only circumstances that she can think of where military force is justified is the Second World War. I do think there is a strong case on humanitarian grounds to protect women and children in Syria from being attacked with chemical weapons. And on your last point, the parliamentary vote, I would be comfortable with the Prime Minister taking action before Parliament debates and votes on the topic for 2 or 3 reasons.
What is the rush? Because it's not just Diane Abbott that's saying this, is it? It's the leader of the Liberal Democrats that's saying this. It's people in your own party. Ken Clarke, the former Conservative Chancellor, saying don't go ahead without a parliamentary vote. This is a mature democracy. There's no need for it.
Well, look, until 2003, military action was taken without parliamentary votes. Sierra Leone in 2001, Kosovo in 1991, the first Gulf War in 1990 and so on. If events on the ground are moving very quickly, either militarily or diplomatically, and there may simply not be time for Parliament to have a debate and a vote. And secondly, if the decision depends on intelligence that is confidential, it's very difficult for that to be aired publicly in Parliament and for Parliament to therefore make an informed
decision. The Leader of the
decision.
Opposition's asked for that intelligence to be shared with him. Well, it hasn't been yet. Should it be?
Well, of course, members of the Privy Council, including the Leader of the Opposition, are entitled to be briefed on these issues, and I expect he will be. But only a small minority of parliamentarians are members of the Privy Council. I'm not a member of the Privy Council, so I wouldn't have the benefit of that briefing. So to ask me to vote on an issue as important as this without having seen all the material is something one should think about very carefully, and that's why if there are things that can't be disclosed publicly in Parliament, there are circumstances under which you could have action without a vote first.
So your position is trust the Prime Minister?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Philp, thanks very much.